friends, welcome to Crossmystitches. My name is Jackie and today is June 3rd, 2024. This is episode 103. This is shoot 222. Not really. I shot a whole video yesterday, and when I tried to go in and edit it, it was going fine until I got about halfway through the video and realized that my microphone had cut off and there was absolutely no volume for the second half of the video. And I was going to try to reshoot the second half of the video and just splice them together, and I was so frazzled by the time I figured all that out, I gave up on it and went back to some stitching, and I'm trying this video again. So I don't remember what I talked about in the last video. I guess it doesn't matter. I will just start fresh like I haven't spoken to you at all, and we will go from there. So the first thing I wanted to say was thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of you that have reached out to me in comments and in messages in reference to my health. I greatly appreciate your prayers, your well wishes. It has been just very heartwarming that all of you have reached out and commented about that. I am doing fine. I don't have another appointment for another month. You know, I've talked about it before that I have an autoimmune disease, and I'm doing fine. I still have lots of other issues besides the autoimmune disease, such as my back and other things, but we won't get into all that. We're here about stitching, but I just wanted to say thank you so much. It is greatly appreciated. Okay, so I have gotten done one new finish. I was pretty monogamous with my Lady of the Flag for May, because I was doing Mira May, and we'll talk about that. I have two new starts and a couple of other things to share with you. So let's start with what I finished. I finished the Cricut Collections Spring, which is this pattern right here. And it's hard to see on this because they did it on yellow, and it is a beautiful, beautiful pattern. I completed mine on a 32 count Wedgwood Blue Lugana. And here is my finish. I tried to partially iron it to make it look nicer so you could see it. There it is. And if you look right here, I added beads for my raindrops because I thought that would be super cool. So I'll move it in closer so you can see the whole finish. And I just love this piece. I'm glad to have it done. This is the second in the seasonal finishes that I got completed, and I still have winter and summer to go. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to start winter. I know if I start summer I will not get that done by summer, and if I'm quick about it I can probably get this up for spring, and then I can try to get winter started and get it finished before winter hits. So we'll see. My plans just go wonky all the time. It is hard to keep up, and I think it's a death sentence for me. Anytime I make a plan or I say I'm going to do something, I just might as well just kill that idea because it will not happen. It's like almost defying myself. I decided that I'm not even going to follow my own plans, my own rules. I'm like a kid, and I'm just like a child. If you tell me I'm supposed to do something, I'm going to do something totally opposite. And unfortunately, that's what I usually do because I decide, the heck with that, I'll do something else. So, and that's what happened with Mira May. So I got that finished, and then I worked on Lady of the Flag. I was supposed to do, my plans were, I was going to complete, I was going to work on 3 things for Mira May. I was going to work on my Lady of the Flag, which I did. I was going to finish Miss Christmas Eve because she had beading to get done, which I didn't even touch. And then I was supposed to start the Silver Dragonfly from Mirabilia, and I didn't even start that. And the reason I didn't start that is because I really feel like I need to find, I was going to put it on natural linen. It would be fine, but I didn't think it would just pop out. So I don't have a fabric that I can do it on that I think is going to be magical. So I just decided to hold up. I have it all kitted and ready to go except for the fabric. I just need to figure out the right one. Once I figure it out, it's not a big, the dragonflies are not that big. So I'm planning on doing all three of them, the silver dragonfly, the emerald dragonfly, and then there was a Mirabilia retreat dragonfly. So I want to get those done. So, but that's on the back burner right now. I will start it, but I will continue to try to work on Lady of the Flag. So Lady of the Flag looks like this. And I'm going to post right here what it looked like when I started it at the beginning of May. I'm going to use one of my little boards here, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like now. Now this is on a piece of We the People fabric. It is a 32 count extended cut for Lady of the Flag. If you're interested in this fabric, you can get it from Cindy Sorley for Stitchery Express. She is online. You can look her up. And this is where I am right now. So as you saw before, it's kind of cut down the middle right here. And I've completed all this on this side. So I completed, sorry about that, it never fails. No matter what time I video, as soon as I start videoing, my husband will call and see how I'm doing. So it happens. I silenced my phone. Hopefully I won't get any more calls until I get through this. Anyway, this is how Lady of the Flag is. And I'm really happy with this. I would like to get this page done. This is a page down here, a page finish. So I would like to get that done. If I can get the page finish done, then I want to move up and start working on her face and her crown. There are a couple of holidays coming up in the next couple months that are patriotic related. So we have Flag Day in June, and we have 4th of July in July. So hopefully I will take those particular weeks that those holidays fall on and spend at least half of the week, if not the full week, working on her to see how far I can get with her. I really would like to get her done because she has been in my whip pile since 2018. I started her on 9/11/2018, and I really would like to get her done. She is not my oldest whip. She is my third oldest whip, I believe. No, maybe second. I think she's my second oldest whip. Miss Christmas Eve is my first oldest whip that didn't get work done. And again, I really need to just set up and just sit and do it for a couple hours a day. Maybe if I clamp her to the other side of my desk, and when I feel like it, I can just sit down and work on her for a little bit and then come back to the other side and do other things. But I really want to get these done. So that is Miss Lady of the Flag, and she is just gorgeous. So I worked on her most of May. Like I said, I did 3,633 stitches on her, and I worked on her pretty much up until the 19th or 20th of May. And then I got distracted with other things, or I wasn't feeling well, so I didn't do much stitching on her. I have two new starts. One is just an urge to start it. I've really been bothered with everything that's going on in the world today. I'm not going to get into anything like that, just that I felt the need to start this pattern because I feel like it's so true. And it is Stony Creek's The Power of Love. And I picked this up, I got this not too long ago, and I love what it said, so I decided I really needed to get it. And it says, when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. And I truly believe that if we would just stop trying to be power hungry in the world, and that's not just including our country, but all the countries, try to control everyone all the time, we would be a much better off in the world. So this is being done on a 32 count ivory Lugana, and this is how far I've gotten with it. And I have completed 691 stitches, and I'm really enjoying working on this. I'm going to try, I started up in this corner here and did this little bit, but then I started doing the words and I'm moving across. Whoops. Fabric's a little heavy for this board. And I'm going to continue working on it. I might pull it out in the evenings when my husband wants to watch the news. I might feel the need to pull this out and get some stitches in on it. So I started that, and that was just started the other day, not about 4 or 5 days ago. And it is in, which I love, this bag that kind of matches it. This is a bag I just made, about a month ago. And I didn't even have the pattern when I made this, but I think it matches it really well. And the inside is like a brown with gold foil. So, perfect match for this pattern. Match made in heaven. Lots and lots of beautiful colors with this. I mean, you can see all the colors. It's just gorgeous. So, it's going to be a beautiful piece. I'm excited to work on it. The other item that I started was my new start for June. I said I was going to start Leela's Studio Barefoot Days, and I was going to do a sal with anybody who wanted to start it with me. I know a couple of people said they were going to start it with me, including my friend Wendy. So I'm going to put a hashtag up here. It is LS Barefoot Days, SAL. And this is what the pattern looks like. It is super cool 3D flip-flops that you can cross stitch here, and then there's full instructions in the pattern on how to create the flip-flops. And they are just, look at that seaside, the crab, is it dolphin? Nope, it's got a crab, a starfish, a lighthouse, some houses, and a kite. Just gorgeous. Perfect pattern for the summer. And it is a little bigger. I'm doing this on 36 count white. It is a little bigger than I was expecting, but I'm good with it. They don't have to be teeny tiny. Let me put this on the board because it is white and you will see right through it. And this is where I started outlining one of the flip-flops, and I put this is supposed to be, I guess, clouds up at the top. It's going to fight me. There we go. Okay, so there it is. So I outlined it, did some clouds at the top, and that's as far as I've gotten. I've done 349 stitches on this. When I started it on the first, I will be working on this again later on this evening. So you'll do both flip-flops. And I will be doing a tutorial, a video tutorial, hopefully, on how to finish these when I'm completed. I'm going to read through it and do my best shot to show you how I'm finishing mine as I'm doing it, following the directions that Leela gives, and hoping that I can make it work out. This is all the colors. I don't have full skeins here. I just grabbed what I needed, but this is all the pretty colors that are in it. I keep forgetting which side the camera's on. And so that was it. That's all the stitching I have done in the last few weeks. Not much, huh? I've been busy with other things. A lot of it has to do with quilting. I've been busy with a lot of quilting, and I'll talk about that after I'm done with my cross stitch. So let's see. I did have giveaways. The last video I was doing 3 giveaways, and unfortunately I didn't hear from any of the 3 people that won, which is highly surprising. So I'm going to show the patterns again. I'm not going to mention who won them because, in all fairness, I normally only give 2 weeks, and then I will redraw for it again. And since it hasn't actually been 2 weeks, I'm just going to show the patterns and let you know if you put in for these, if you put in the keyword for these patterns, please go back and watch video 102 and see if you were the winner. I always leave my email address down below in the box. Send me an email saying which pattern you won and your full name and address. So as usual, make sure that you're over 18, but all that should have been discussed in the other video. So the first one was this second time I've put out Santa of the Forest, which is highly sought after at this point, and second time I'm still waiting for the person that won this to respond. So please go back and check if you put Santa in as your comment. 7 Virtues has not been claimed. If you put Virtue in, please make sure you go back to 102 and check and see if you were the winner of that pattern. And then if you put Lovebird in your comment, this is the third one, go back and check on episode 102 and see if you're a winner and send me an email. If I don't hear from those people before the next video, I'll draw new names again. So those are those three. And then I thought it would be fun to just give away some patterns that are torn from magazines. I know some people have a fit over this. But I'm not selling them. I'm not reprinting them. I'm not copying them. It's the actual patterns that I took out of the magazines and I'm giving them away. These are awesome because I can stick them in a regular business size envelope, stick a stamp on it, and send it to anywhere in the world. So I am shipping these to anywhere, and please realize that it will be folded into a business size envelope, but I thought it would be cool to start giving some of these out. I purged my cabinet of, because I do tear things. If I kept all the magazines that I had, I know some of you do that and you have them stacked up behind you, all the original magazines and stuff. I don't have the room for that, so I choose to pull out what I like or pull out patterns that I think someone else will like, and I throw the rest of the magazine away because it just saves room. I have a filing cabinet. I might have this much saved where I don't have this much saved. So the first one I thought was kind of a good thing to pass out because I'm doing the same saying but in a different pattern, same company. This is from Stony Creek, and it's the same saying: when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. But it's in a different design, which I thought was kind of cool to give out. And that was a pretty one too, with the dove and the flowers. So if you would like this pattern, comment with the word peace. And keep in mind, it's always the same thing. Don't say free, don't say giveaway, don't say anything that would attract people. Be over 18 so you can give me your name and address. And please come back and check the video and make sure and see if you won, if you're interested. The second one is a Doreen Jones, great for summer. It says, "Take me to the sea." And if you like the word sea, right there, if you'll say that word for this pattern. And then the last one is a sampler called Mercy and Peace. And that's this one here. And if you would like this pattern, use the word mercy, which is up here, M-E-R-C-Y. And I will mail those out to you. Now, I haven't sent any of the items I'm supposed to mail out yet, so if you have won an item and you've contacted me, I still have it. I will get it out sometime this week, hopefully. I do have plans to go out in the next couple days, so I will get those things into the mail for you. And all the other ones, if you would contact me soon, it'll go out with the rest of them. If not, it'll have to be held until the next time I go to the post office. So those are those items. I do have some goodies to share. Not that much, just a few. My sweet, sweet friend, Wendy, gave me a spool. I'm trying to find that goes with, because we were talking about Animal Crackers bobbin, which is those little 3B Stacy Nash patterns, and it is so cute. And she, and I said I wanted to do this pattern, and she said, well, I have extra spools. So she showed me which one she had, and she gave me a choice of which one I wanted. And I have my little spool, which is so adorable, just so adorable. I like that it's all vintage and used and got all the stickers and stuff. I'm going to leave it like that. So that's my little spool. I don't know when I'll get around to stitch and bobbin, but Wendy, thank you so much for this spool. I greatly appreciate you. She is just such a generous soul. She truly is. I got my fabric from Stitch Me, sorry. And if you have not received your fabric, you don't want to, you want to be surprised when you get it. Close your eyes, turn away. This one is the neutrals for this month. And you can see that is a gorgeous gray. Absolutely love it. I mean, just a beautiful, beautiful gray. I'm sure I will find lots of things to use for that. And then I picked up a few patterns on unloads, groups and stuff. I'm trying to stay off of them. You know, I've silenced them at this point. I don't want to leave the groups, but I don't want to receive any more messages because I'm getting myself in trouble again with buying stuff. So I need to stop. And what I mean by trouble, I'm the only one causing the trouble, and I'm the only one that's holding myself accountable for the trouble. Hold on just a minute. Okay, just making sure that my microphone is still working because it cut off last time. And so I don't want to rack up my credit card bill too much, so I need to stop. So I've silenced all those online groups for a while until I can get caught back up again. But I got this one, and it is Statehood Splendor Series 25th Kentucky. So it's those ones for each of the states, and of course I'm in Kentucky. So I got that. This one only cost me $2, including shipping, and I love Hillside Samplings, and I've never seen this one. It is Snowman Melt Your Heart. It's a little ornament. This one here, I saw on an unload group. They were selling it kitted with a little pre-finished pillow and the, I think it's DMC. No, they were doing Weeks Dye Works. It says you can use Week Dye Work. And they had it kitted up, and they were selling it for $50. It blew. It went. And I'm like, I love that pattern, but I guarantee I can probably make that pillow. So I went on to eBay, and I found the pattern, because it's very prim. It's homespun elegance, and I know I can make this pillow the same way they have it. And so I got it. It's called Flag Sampler. I love that prim pillow. And then I found out there's a second pattern from this company, and it looks like a continuation of the stripes, which is cool, and it is called America. So, and I could do that one as well and just stitch the fabric together. So I thought that was kind of cool that they look like it looks like the flag, and I definitely want to do those two pillows. So I know I have some navy fabric. I have to look and see if I have any stark red. If I don't, I'll get some, and then I can certainly hand dye some white into the cream color, which was great. And then my husband and I went to a Peddler's Mall. We have a 3-story Peddler's Mall in Lexington, Kentucky, and I found this pattern, which is an old pattern from she doesn't have it on the back here, from Barbara and Cheryl. They did a lot of designing back in the 90s, and this is called Sunday Morning, and it's a full coverage, what they called full coverage back then, and I just like the scenery. I just thought that was really pretty. So I got that. It cost me $1. So that, I think, is all of my goodies that I've received. Like I said, I have been involved in a lot of playing with my quilting fabric and stuff. I have one of those big rolling three drawer carts. I've seen them at Walmart, big plastic Sterilite. It's got big 3 drawers. It's clear with the black. Anyway, it had 3 full drawers of fabric, just random fabric, stuff that I had made project bags from, stuff that I have finished my cross stitch with, just different fabrics and stuff. A lot of holiday, Christmas, you know, all that stuff when I was making bags. And it's mostly all cotton fabric because that's what we make the bags out of. And it was just sitting there, and it was irritating me that it was just not being used. It wasn't being anything done with it. And I decided I'm going to try to do some quilts with it, or do some projects with it, make something with it. And so I started watching YouTube in the quilting YouTubes, watching what people were making stuff, little projects, you know, table runners, pot holders, all those different kind of things. And I decided that's what I was going to do. I was going to cut up this fabric, try to figure out how to make it accessible to use. So I wanted to cut it up, but I didn't know how. I didn't know what sizes to use, what this and that. And I came across Lori Holt. Now everybody knows Lori Holt. She's Bee in My Bonnet. And I started watching her videos, and she shows how she cuts up her scraps, what she does with her scraps, if it's this size, you know. And she shows what to do with a yard of fabric, how she cuts it up. She buys a yard, this is how she cuts it. If she has scraps, she's very consistent in what she cuts. So it's 10 inch, 7 inch, 5 inch, 3.5, 2.5, 1.5. So it's all strips or you know, squares. And I was fascinated by that, and I pulled out all my fabric and I started sorting through it and cutting up what I needed to cut up. Now some of it I did save for my cross stitch finishing, but I just felt like if I cut it up and it was usable where I could just pick it up and start making things, that I would use this fabric. So I got excited about it, watching videos from her, and then I went and purchased the book. So I got this on eBay. It was from a quilt shop. They sent it to me, and I absolutely love this book. I love the quilts in it. I love, although I like prim and I like that toned down, you know, like the flag pillow. It's very toned down. It's very primitive, and I like that, and I thought that's where I wanted to go, but I don't have that kind of fabric. I have a little bit, but not as much as I have the pops of colors and the holidays and all that. And I thought this would be a perfect fit for me to start making something with that fabric, whether I was choosing to make a quilt, a lap quilt, a baby quilt, placemats, whatever I was going to do. I needed help starting, and this book is awesome. And it has a lot of absolutely fabulous patterns in it. And she has a series on her YouTube, on her playlist, of most of these patterns and how she shows you how to cut and piece them together. But I love the fact that it was in a book and I could refer back to the book to see how to do things. So really fascinated. So I started doing that. It has taken up a lot of my time. I'm trying to find, there was one that I just loved. And I'm not having luck finding it right now. Right, oh, there's the flag one. Look at this flag one. Hold on. Just my pill reminder. Let me see if they show an actual picture of it here. Yeah, that's what the quilt looks like. It's not a huge quilt. It's more like a laptop or wall hanging, but it looks like, yeah, it's 72 by 96. I guess you could put that on a bed, but it looks like this. Absolutely fabulous. So many pretty ones. Just absolutely love them. There's one that's an apple quilt, which is absolutely adorable. And you can see what it looks like there with all the apples. And so I've been practicing sewing, and I have been working on cutting up fabric, and I now have at least 5 projects that I have kind of kitted up, at least for the tops, not for the batting or for the back layer, but for the tops I have at least 5 projects. One of the projects that I have that I went and bought fabric for over the Memorial Day weekend was for this quilt, which is a autumn leaf quilt, maple leaf, and I got all the fabric for that. I have fabric to make, and I'm in the middle of it. It's laying on my desk right now, and I'll show you guys on my next video. It is a table runner, but it is a Halloween table runner. So, and I'm really loving how it's coming out. I've got the pieces together. I've just got to sew all the edging and stuff like that. So I'll show that. I have also another table runner that is not a patriotic, a St. Patty's Day one. And then I have a patriotic pattern, much like the one I just showed you. And it may be that one that I'll do, but I bought enough fabric to do that. So I'm excited about that. It does cut into my stitchy time, but it gives me a break from stitching to do something a little more. I was fortunate enough not only to get an actual Singer sewing machine that is from I can't remember, it's early 60s, I think. But I got a table for it too. Last weekend, my husband and I went and picked up a beautiful maple table for it. I'll show you the machine here, and then I will show you the new table, which came with a chair that matched it, which was really cute. And so I'll show those here. If I can get pictures posted, I'll show that as well. And I have been working on some wool applique, and I can't really show this much, but this is, I don't have an actual picture of the finished one. I don't think I have it in my phone either. Let me see if I have a finished picture of what I have. Albums, wool applique. I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't have it there. You never have anything you want when you want it. You know what that's like. And I have a program to keep notes. And his name is Squishy. No. What's his name? I don't know. He's a porcupine. No, I don't have it. But he looks like, let's see if I can show you, because he's in process right now. This is only part of him. So he looks like this. So this is all wool applique here. I've got him, nothing's stuck down, so I have to be careful. I've got his little eyes and his nose going. Whoops, he lost an eye! And he's got a backing and some ears and a whole bunch of other stuff. This is the backing piece, so it's really dark. So I'm working on that. Hopefully I'll have that ready to show you next time, which is lots of fun. It's a pattern called from Squishy Cute Designs. She is on Etsy, I believe. And just an adorable 3D. You can stuff him and he's really cute. Anyway, I'm rambling on, aren't I? Okay, so I guess that's all I have to share. Let me check my notes. I just want to thank everyone for all the likes and the subscribes. It's my subscription's up over 4,600 people right now, which is just blows my mind that many people want to watch me. A lot of it had to do with the tips and tricks video, so thank you so much if you found my channel because of the tips and tricks. There will be a part 3. I'm not sure when. I'm kind of working on a list of things I would like to show or talk about, but I haven't set a time or anything to get that set. But I greatly appreciate all of you that have subscribed, liked my videos. It does help to raise my channel up so that other people that are interested in what I'm doing also are able to see the video. A couple of things you can do to help Flosstubers. I know a lot of you are not Flosstubers, you are viewers, watchers, and subscribers, is to like the channels, to comment on the content of the channel. That helps elevate the channel for more people to see it and pop up in their views. You can also watch the snippets of videos, you know, the little ads that pop up. Flosstubers mostly are monetized. If you don't monetize, then YouTube will monetize you and they'll collect money, you know, on your videos. So most of us monetize so that we get that money instead of YouTube. And it's pennies for every little video that you watch through or click through. So if you will let the videos play instead of skipping them, that does help us a little bit more. And that money, mine especially, it takes me months and months to get enough to get a payout, is used for helping in shipping of giveaways and stuff. So, and having giveaways to do and things like that. So that's the way you can help your floss tubers, is by letting the videos play through. They're annoying. They're only about 30 seconds. But it does pay a little bit more than when you skip them. You know, we might get a few cents more, and if everybody did that, it would help raise the amount that the YouTubers receive, so that when they pay out, they're able to do giveaways and stuff, because that's what I do with mine. But it takes me months and months to get a payout. You also, those of you that have sent mailed stuff to me to be given away, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for doing that, so that I have stuff to give away on my channel. It is extremely helpful. I appreciate that. So thank you to those that do that as well. I'm rambling and I can't remember anything else I wanted to say, so I'm going to cut it from here. I want to thank you. I hope you'll come back and see me in 2 weeks. Don't forget to comment if you're interested in one of the patterns that I've shown. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.